It's Matt. We're back with another episode of MPTV. And this time I'm rolling solo. It's just me. We're going to talk about your excuse the month of June to have a conversation with your customers, not to talk at them, but as a conversation would hint, to talk with them. So every month we're going to do these. It's retention, because part of our game with America's Best Restaurants that we teach restaurants and small businesses that consume our content is how to retain attention. ABR, America's Best Restaurant, stands for Attract, Build, Retain. All of you do a great job of attracting attention for your brand, whether it's your vehicles, your radio, your TV, your direct mail, your social media. All of those are elements that help you get attention. When you use those elements to build a database, that's what we call the build. But the last part is the most ignored part of all. It's called retention. It's called retaining my attention, meaning continuing to get me to open emails, continuing to get me to open your text messages, continuing to get me to engage in your social media. And that's one of the biggest problems right now in marketing is businesses see 8 to 12% open rates on email. A lot of them have given up on email. They don't see very, if any, click-throughs on their text messages. And last but not least, their social media. I talk to brands every day about their social media following and about how people aren't doing anything with it. I just was talking to a restaurant a minute ago who was asking what our company, America's Best Restaurants, when we launch our episodes and our film crews onto their restaurant and launch all this stuff on their social media. Well, we're marketing for you. What's the advantage? I said, well, look at your Facebook page. Your average post has 1 share and 3 or 4 comments and likes. More than likely, that's the owner's spouse or mom, or maybe the owner themselves. Nobody's engaging in your content. Now ask yourself why. Why are you failing to retain their attention? It's because you're not bringing content that starts a conversation. So part of our thing with America's Best Restaurants, the Roadshow, is that conversation is your story. And it's fun. It's you being recognized. People rally around that. But what I want to talk about today in this episode of MPTV is 2 easy excuses to have a conversation with your customers in June. Number 1 is your father, Father's Day. So this is the typical email that you'll get for Father's Day, is it's a brand telling you to buy food on Father's Day. This is a at-home kit you can take with you. You can buy it, take it home, and make barbecue at home. Well, when you think about a campaign like that, let's dissect it. More than likely, it was a Facebook post, a few of them, maybe a Facebook ad or boosted post as well. It then was tied to an email and maybe even a text, and it's on their website. So what they're doing is giving the consumers an excuse to spend money. So my goal is for you to not give them an excuse to spend money, but to give them an excuse to engage. So instead of this email saying, bring this kid home for Father's Day, have this email and social media campaign say, click here to leave us your favorite memory of you and your dad. Similar theme to what I did last month on MPTV with Mother's Day. But I'm going to keep hammering this because every month I get the same shitty emails, texts, and social media campaigns. And here's what you got to look at. So let's just picture. Close your eyes. I'll close mine. Close your eyes. You got this 10,000 person email list. You got 5,000 text messages. You got a fan base of 5,000 on Facebook. You make a post on Facebook about bringing your dad by for Father's Day brunch, about buying this at-home barbecue kit, about doing something at home, about picking up food, about having a picnic with dad. So more than likely you've done this a few times, and your email list has went from a 30 to 40% open rate. So you're probably living in that 10 to 15 range, maybe even below there. I had a restaurant the other day was at 8%. So you got a 10,000 person email list that just got a 10% open rate, which means 1,000 people open the email. And of those 1,000, probably 50 of them click to see what the hell's going on with your brand. So the next element is the social media. Now let's back up though. Texting. So maybe you text that as well. You text it. There's no reason to engage. And they more than likely opt out after a few. I've got this great string of text messages from Dickie's Barbecue. Let me go to it. I just got to type in Dickie's pour texts on my phone. And Max, can you see this okay? Bring it a little closer. So I'm going to walk closer to the camera. Like a dance here. Okay, so you can see the phone now, right? Right here? Okay, I'm going to scroll. Is it scrolling? It's text messages from Dickies. Who the hell's staying in this text list? So I just scrolled probably by 40 or 50, I'd imagine. I'm now in April. So let's see, we're April 8th. I'm going to scroll. And I'm going to scroll. Look, I'm just going to start going faster. And it's going to keep loading. That's April 5th. And it's going to keep going. Okay, so the reason I show you that exercise is that people aren't staying into a text message like that. 9.9 out of 10 consumers. And there was a time for a 60-day period where I had 100 text messages from Dickies. Not sure how. Not sure who's clicking the button back there. But there's a 99% chance that most customers are opting out of that text message. So let's just imagine on your lame Father's Day campaign that you send that text. But let's imagine a different text, a different atmosphere, a different world, that you follow the Matt Plapp, America's Best Restaurant Advice. And you say, how can I, instead of getting no opens and no engagements, get a lot of opens, a lot of engagements? Well, it's not going to happen with the first one because you got to create a pattern. You got to create a pattern of your customers realizing you're not spamming them again, that you're actually sending them value. So if you go universe A, 10,000 emails sent, you get 1,000 opens, 10%. 5,000 text messages sent, you probably get 50 engagements. Then you make a Facebook post to your 5,000 fans. Your mom and your wife share it. A couple friends of yours like it, and one person comments. So you got, let's round it way up to 100 engagements. Now the other world where Matt Plapp lives in, the Facebook post is made, and the Facebook post has a picture of the owner of the restaurant and his dad. Sitting there, big pulled pork sandwich, some barbecue sauce, laughing, and the post at the top, the text, maybe there's some graphics on the picture that say, share your memory of dad below for a $25 chance to win a $25 gift card. In the text above it, it's going to say, hey, I'm Matt, owner of Matt's Barbecue. This is my dad, Dwayne. I wanted to celebrate dad and tell you a story about something that reminded me of my dad from a long time ago. By the way, everybody that comments on this Facebook post is going to be registered to win a $25 gift card. So they can just comment and you pick them, or you can have something hooked up like we do in Messenger where it collects data and reminds them there. Then you're going to tell the story. So now you got that post made. Now that post is going to bring a little traffic. You're going to get, if you have a decent following, 40, 50 customers comment on it, whereas nobody, except maybe your spouse, commented on the other lame Father's Day takeout meal or buffet or brunch or whatever. So now you're going to send an email. Now here's the reason you're going to do it this way. Is you want to hack the algorithm of Facebook or Instagram. You want to drive specific traffic there. So now you're going to send an email to your people, and it's going to say something in the subject line of, share a memory about dad, win a $25 gift card. And you go to the post text or the email text, and it's going to have a headline, click below, because you need to tell us exactly what to do. Click below to go to Facebook, leave a memory of you and your dad, like the one of me and my dad below, and you're entered to win a chance for a $25 gift card. We'll see you around. So now they open it. A lot more people click it. And if you have it set up correctly, you can have it optimized to where how we do it, we call it smart texting. We only text the people who didn't open. If you opened it and didn't click, okay, I lost you. But if you didn't open it, now I text you. So if you opened it, I'm not going to text you. I'm not going to bug you a second time. So now we send that text message that says, Matt, you may have missed our contest. We're celebrating dads the month of June. Click below to enter to win a gift card by entering a memory of you and your dad on our Facebook post. So now you just drove, let's just say the email is that same 10,000 list. And let's just say you get the same 1,000 opens. But with a good call to action like this and people engaging, you're going to get a couple hundred clicks. So you get 200 people there. So now your Facebook post is up to like 250 on comments. And then you get the text message that goes out. Let's say it goes out to 3,000 people. You're going to get 200 clicks. So now you're up to, let's say, 450 comments on that Facebook post. So the post, they had one comment versus 450. Now here's when the magic kicks in. And maybe these numbers are 50, 50, and 50, but 150 is still a hell of a lot more than your wife commenting on the original post that you did. So next thing is you're going to put a $25 ad behind that, because now Facebook's algorithm is working. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, it's all AI, machine learning. When it sees a lot of traffic, when it sees a car wreck on I-75 and we all rubberneck and look at it, it's going to rubberneck and look at your post, and it's going to find reasons to show it to more people that look like the people commenting. Put a little $25 post ad behind that. Now it gets a little more fire. And next thing you know, you've got a viral campaign. And here's why I'm telling you all of this. Because at the end of the day, if your food is solid and the fan base you're talking to enjoys your food, they're going to come eat at your restaurant the more often they see your brand. So if your lame-ass Facebook post got 100 people to look at it, and your email got 1,000 people to open it, and 5 people to click it, and your text message did basically nothing except get opt-outs, your 1,200 or so reach there is morphed by the other campaign I explained that now gets people to open your email at 1,000 or 2,000 clip. It gets 200 to 300 clicks. It gets 200 or 300 text clicks. It gets 400 or 500 Facebook posts. Now the Matt Plaps of the world, your customers, your most engaged customers, have stopped on your marketing, commented on your marketing, clicked, shared, and you go from 1,000 or 2,000 impressions to 10 to 20,000 impressions. Now, this isn't a one-time fix-all magic weight loss pill, but if you take this equation and you do it more often, you will retain your customers' attention on a higher level. When you retain your attention, I call it the Dave Ramsey effect. You stack attention. Dave talks about stacking cash. I talk about stacking attention. If that Father's Day post and that email and that text gets 2,000 more people to stop, look, and click and comment and share than it would have if you did the lame example I gave you, and you do that every week for 52 weeks, and you do that every year for 2 or 3 years, that's where you get momentum. The opposite can be seen right now on Papa John's. Go to Papa John's national Facebook page. 6.6 million fans, give or take, and about 200 engage in their average post. They have done the epitome. They have completely, miserably, epically failed to retain the attention of their customers. And so they might as well delete the damn page. So that's the game plan. Now, I told you I'd give you a couple excuses. The other excuse that you have in the month of June is maybe a contest. Not to leave a memory, but a guessing contest, because what comes in early July that every American celebrates? 4th of July. So instead of having a 4th of July deal or saying Happy 4th of July, maybe grab a picture like this of a bunch of American flags. Now, this one might be extreme because it would be hard as shit to pick a winner. There's about 1 billion flags. But maybe you set up something in your restaurant, something in your grass in front of your restaurant. Maybe it's you and your family at your house. You take 117 flags, you put them all over your yard, you stand in front of it and you go, or behind it, and say, Happy July 4th from our family to yours, but we want to make it even happier. Before July 1st, guess how many flags are in the lawn. The person who guesses the exact number, or the people who guess, we're going to draw from one of those people, one of the winners, is going to win a catered July 4th party. That gives you an excuse to email people a little differently. It gives you an excuse to text people a little differently. It gives you an engaging social media campaign, but also it does something I really like. I call it undercover marketing. It's a little camouflage marketing. I don't know if Max behind the board caught that, but in the post there, the winner is going to get a catered 4th of July meal. Well, now your consumers are thinking, oh, they cater. So you didn't come out and market catering your 4th of July meal. You marketed entering to win a contest. Guess how many flags? 50, 100, 75, 200, 5,000. And hundreds of people flocked to this post using the same tactics I talked about before. Now you've gotten a lot more engagements. You've gotten a lot more awareness. You've retained more attention. You've also conditioned people. When you do these campaigns over and over, when you do contests like this, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Sweetest Day, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, one of our best ones we had last year, Max, was what is your favorite side for Thanksgiving? We had one client, like 700 people commented their favorite side for Thanksgiving. It had nothing to do with the restaurant. It's about them. When you do that every week, they now become conditioned that your emails don't suck, that your texts don't suck, that your social media page doesn't only talk about you, and they open your stuff, they click your stuff, they engage in your stuff more often. And when you do that over the course of a long period of time, you retain people's eyeballs. The other podcast we're launching any day is called Own Their Phones. Me and Sean Walsh from Cali BBQ, restaurant out in California, a couple friendly ghost kitchens, a brick and mortar location, and 2 stadium locations. And the whole podcast is about his journey working with our company to put in place tactics like this to tag along with his digital storytelling he does so well, and then collect customer data and use it better. But it's all about owning their phones. Look around your restaurant. Look around your house. If I go home right now, because my daughter's home from college, my son's out of high school, summer break, and my wife's home, I'm sure, I would be willing to bet my wife, son, and daughter right now are on their damn phones. Hell, our wiener dog might even have a phone for all I know. Trini might be rocking her phone looking at something on Dog Talk. Who knows? But reason being, they're all on their phones. You need to own your customers' attentions on your phone. And the less you suck at email, the less you suck at text, the less you suck at social media, the more you retain people's attention. The more you retain their attention means the more times they're engaging and thinking about your brand. And if your food is solid, your atmosphere is solid, and your service is solid, and the more I think of your food, I'm going to eat more. I'm going to spend more money with you. So that's June's Retention Podcast. I'm Matt Plapp. That's MPTV. If you want more information on us, on the brand, you can go to mattplapp.com, or you can go to americasbestrestaurants.com and check out what we are doing to help independent restaurant owners own and dominate the attention of their customers on their cell phones. We'll see you next episode.